Here I am in an area ripe with Liberty history. Right behind my right shoulder to your left is the building that housed the Robo Car Wash. Just up the hill, we had the Kennedy swimming pool. And this building right over here, right behind me, housed a Sears outlet store where you could order from the Sears catalog and come here and pick it up. Call in an order and then go and pick it up? What a novel concept. But along about 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, there were a lot of novel concepts in and around Liberty, Missouri, as you shall soon see. Here in the parking lot of the Crossroads West Shopping Center, we in Liberty had a photomat booth. It was a place where people could go and have their film developed. And we had Fox Photo here in the parking lot of what used to be called Liberty Center. And then on the end of this strip mall, where Eagle Fitness now resides, was the Ward's outlet store. You would order from the Ward's catalog. You would come and pick up your items here at that store, that exact building.
If you're there, speak to me. It's Elva. Elva. Please speak to me. It's Elva. Please say...
You said leave you alone. I always do what you say.
Ron McCoy is warped.
That's time warped?
A telephone!
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, in this era of rotary dial phones, real rotary dial phones, we had all manner of interesting businesses in the area of Liberty, Missouri. And the first one we're going to focus on is a swimming pool. It was the John F. Kennedy swimming pool. And yes, at the top of this hill is where the Kennedy swimming pool for Liberty was. It was a pool open to anyone who paid the fee. It was right where that building is, behind my right shoulder. When I was a fifth grade teacher at Liberty Oaks Elementary School, and I told my students about a time when I took on something very challenging, and I told them about the time that I bravely marched up the ladder to the top of the high dive at the Kennedy pool, and how I marched out to the end of that blue diving board and lost my nerve, turned around because I was going to go back, but there was a long line behind me going all the way down that ladder, and I bravely jumped off that high dive, and also I went back right after that and did it again. I look at that photo that you see behind me, and that high dive doesn't look all that high. It's amazing what you remember when you're a fifth grader like I was, and you are up at the top of that diving board looking way down into the blue water of the pool below. The John F. Kennedy swimming pool in Liberty was open at least through the 1984 swimming season. Not quite sure how far beyond that it was open. Right behind my right shoulder to your left is the building that housed the Robo Car Wash. Completely automatic. You would drive your car in through here. and then your car would come out here, completely washed. I remember as a kid, we had this old car, a black Chevrolet 1965 Impala, and the insulation around the windows apparently had worn off, because when we would go through here, we would have to be sure we had plenty of towels so that as the robo car wash washed our car, we could plug up the holes, because otherwise we would be squirted by soapy water. In 1967, a man named Vertucci's father opened the first car wash franchise in the Capital District of St. Louis, Missouri. These washes utilized robo-wash systems, which were state-of-the-art in the industry during the 60s. If you are too young to remember, a robo-wash cleaned vehicles using a system of sprayers that would ride around a track washing the car. Rails encircled the vehicle to ensure coverage of the entire vehicle. The robo-wash systems even inspired the name of Vertucci's franchise. Eventually, he added a tunnel to the chain of washes. In 1986, the tunnel was renovated and furnished with a brand new HANA system, including brushes and other equipment. Additionally, 2 self-serve bays replaced the robos. And right behind me here, a better view of the building which once housed the Sears outlet store. There are no longer Sears catalog outlet stores, as the company closed its catalog division in 1993. The remaining Sears outlet and Sears hometown stores have also closed. Most were liquidated by late 2022. The 106-year-old Sears catalog was discontinued in 1993, and all 67 of its associated catalog outlet stores were closed by September 30 of that year. After the parent company, Sears Holdings, filed for bankruptcy in 2018, the remaining Sears hometown and outlet stores continued to decline, with most being liquidated and closed by the end of 2022. Some former Sears outlet locations were converted to American Freight Stores, a company that now sells furniture and appliances. And as of 2025, there are no longer any physical Sears stores or outlets operating under the Sears brand name.
We're at a Sears store to find out why Sears is where America shops.
They have what I need in the size and the color that I want. I can bring it back. They'll exchange it, replace it, refund it, whatever I need to make me happy as a shopper.
Sears, where America shops.
Here in the parking lot of the Crossroads West Shopping Center, we in Liberty had a photomat booth. It was a place where people could go and have their film developed. In a time before digital photography, cell phones, and so forth, you had to take your pictures on film. You would drop it off at the photomat. Usually, you got your pictures back within 24 hours. A man by the name of Charles Brown in Pinellas, Florida, opened the first photomat, which was a prototype, in 1965. Preston R. Fleet and Clifford Graham acquired photomat from Charles Brown for $41,000, and they decided to take this concept nationwide. Of the two, Graham was the real mover and shaker. Graham and the president of Photomat took the basic concept and re-engineered it so that it could be taken to a massive scale. Each Photomat kiosk had an employee, and that employee would collect used film from customers as they drove by. Couriers would hit each Photomat kiosk, picking up the used film and transport it to the photomat lab. Here, the film would be processed and turned into prints and then shipped back to the exact kiosk from which it was picked up. Photomat was extremely profitable. However, during the course of the 1970s, profits began to shrink, especially by 1979, and during the 1980s, that trend continued, and photomat faded from existence by the end of the 1980s. But we had one of two of these types of booths. The other was Fox Photo booth. And the Fox Photo booth operated much like the Photomat booth did. I know too you could also rent VHS tapes at one point at Fox Photo, approximately where I am standing here in what used to be called the Liberty Center. And on the end of the strip mall, you could find the Ward's outlet, which operated like the Sears outlet. You would order from the Ward's catalog. You would come here to pick it up. They had items also out on the display room floor. We bought bicycles once from Ward there. My dad bought us 5-speed bicycles, and we rode them home, my sisters and myself. Before the internet, you could call in your order, and in 1872, Aaron Montgomery Ward founded his mail order business. Initially, Ward's catalog was one page, but by 1896, it had expanded to 672 pages. By 1900, something happened that shook up the retail world. For the first time, Sears Roebuck & Company surpassed Montgomery Ward in sales. To better compete with Sears Roebuck & Company, Montgomery Ward realized that they needed to open a store that people could go into. And once they opened that store, they decided to make up for lost time, and they started opening store after store after store. However, it was quantity over quality, and it would come back to bite them later. You could say that Montgomery Ward's catalog outlet stores and catalog were the forerunners to e-commerce. People can order what they want from the comfort of their own home and then go pick it up. The story of Montgomery Ward, though, is a reminder of just how fast things can change in the world of retail, from everything to nothing.
A telephone.
Hello.
Hello. It's me, Billy.
Bran, I didn't know it was you. I thought... Bran, please don't leave me. Please speak to me. I didn't mean to say...
We now return your toy telephone to you. Until the next episode of Ron McCoy is Time Warped.
Oh, I'm being pulled into another fantastic adventure somewhere along the infinite corridors of time. What's this? I'm in a place called Kittyland in Independence, Missouri, an amusement park just for children, and it's long gone, but I'm here now.